All right, so last week I opened up a can of worms, which I knew I would, but I love it. So we were talking about pricing jewelry, and I come up with a spreadsheet that I made available for free to everybody, and it's still free and available. I've modified it a little bit, so I want to go over it just a little bit today, but it was neat to see all of the comments, and like I said, I love it. A lot of people were thankful, a lot of people disagreed, which is good. We don't all have to agree, because if everybody agreed on everything, then half of us, there would be no need for us. So we need to have differences of opinion, and that's very cool. So if you agree or disagree, whatever, I enjoy the feedback, and sometimes I learn from the feedback. So we were talking about pricing jewelry, and I come up with an Excel spreadsheet to help people do that in a process. And what people don't understand is I created this for the beginner jeweler, somebody who's never priced their jewelry or question whether they're doing it right, whether they're charging too much, charging too little. A lot of people just don't really have a lot of background in that. So I created that video and the spreadsheet to kind of help them. A lot of the people who have been making jewelry for a long time and been pricing and selling, they've got their own system, and that's cool. You don't have to agree with me, you don't have to use my system, but I just created this for the jeweler who really wants some guidance on making sure that they're in the ballpark, that they are not pricing themselves out of the market, or they're getting the most out of their jewelry that they can. So that was the whole purpose of creating that video and creating the spreadsheet, just to help the person who's fairly new to pricing and selling jewelry on a retail scale, and even on a wholesale scale if they've gotten into accounts. So that's the purpose of the spreadsheet. And again, I modified it a little bit, made it a little bit easier to understand, I guess. And we'll kind of go over that. But again, I love all the feedback and all the comments. It's great. Like I said, even the people who disagree with me and call me fun names, that's okay. That's what the whole internet was invented for, was a place where we could share ideas and put our own ideas out there. So again, the video that I made, and even this one is it's a way to help the newer person to kind of get an idea of what to charge for their craft, making sure that they're getting the most for their time and their resources. They're not getting taken advantage of, and they're not underselling or overselling themselves in the market. So hopefully this will help clarify that a little bit. And again, I love the feedback. I love the comments. Continue to get a hold of me, leave comments, and I try to respond to all of them. If I see your comment, I'll respond to it, unless you're just out there trying to be the smartest person in the room. Then I just let the comment ride, and usually I don't respond to that, because it's just the way I do it. So let's go take a look at that new spreadsheet. I'll show you the changes that I made. Everybody who actually downloaded the spreadsheet, the changes are already there. So the last video was a little bit different. So when you downloaded it and looked at it and going, how come this box is different than the video? It doesn't make sense. So I wanted to explain what I changed and why I changed it. So let's go take a look at that new spreadsheet. So to get the free spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet, it's a free download. Go to JewelryMonk.com, and if you look up here, there's a home button, there's a training button. So hover over the training button and you'll see a drop-down menu. Go to the one that says free helpful stuff. Click on that, it'll take you to this page that says free helpful stuff. It's got a bunch of free downloads, a lot of PDFs to help you, but the very first one is called the free pricing guide. If you click on right here where it says JewelryMonk Master Cost Sheet, if you click on that, that will download your free PDF or your free Excel spreadsheet. Sorry. So now you can open that up and use it, and we'll show you how we'll go about using that. And while you're there, take a look at some of this other stuff. Here's a ring sizing conversion chart. Kind of gives you some numbers, and it's just a free download. It's a PDF. Over here is drill sizes conversions. This one is what stones can take heat, which stones can take ultrasonics, things like that. This one is thickness gauges to millimeters and inches. This one here is a saw blade size and thickness. And this one here is for CAD guys to specific gravity chart to show the difference in the metal weights versus the wax weights. So there you go. Let's go take a look at that Excel spreadsheet. So once you open up the spreadsheet, this is what it looks like. The only real changes I made was before I had the gold cost at like 24 karat gold, and that wasn't, a lot of people buy their gold already as 14 karat, 10 karat, 18 karat. So what I've changed is here it says update these prices after your recent purchase. Right here, this is what you would spend per penny weight on your gold, whether it's 14 karat. Right now this is like a 14 karat gold cost. If I buy a penny weight of casting grain, that's what I'm spending. So I put that number in there, and again, I'm charging 10% over that for my charge on my cost. And the same thing with silver. Usually when you buy silver, you buy it by the ounce. So this is what I spent the last time I bought an ounce of silver. It was $105.40. And what this is just breaks it down. That's how much it is per penny weight, $5.27 per penny weight. But this is broke down in those numbers. So again, these green numbers are what you change. So whatever you feel your labor charge is worth, you put that number there. I just put the default at $25 an hour. A lot of people are going to change that to more, $30, $40, $50 an hour. Feel free to change that however you see fit. I just put a base at 25. Because again, this is geared towards the newer jeweler who really doesn't have an idea how to charge. And usually the newer jewelers are not going to charge as much as an experienced jeweler. So it might take them a little bit longer to do things. And we don't want them to overprice themselves. So if you put $50 an hour and they're taking 8 hours to make a piece, then you're going to be pricing yourself out of the market. So again, this number here, you can change that to whatever you want, but the default is 25. So right down here is how many minutes you spent on your piece. So say you spent 2 hours, that's 120 minutes. So we'll put that in there. And you can see all these numbers start changing. Okay, got it. So all these numbers start changing. So we're looking at total cost down here is $50 because that's 2 times $25 an hour. And again, time at the bench is not all that you spend on your jewelry. A lot of people spend time doing photography and posting for social media and stuff like that. You want to put that number in there as well. So say maybe you spend 20 minutes doing that. Okay, miscellaneous time, packaging and shipping and things like that. So, whatever, just keep track of all that time. So maybe you got 10 minutes in other stuff. So here you're looking at total labor time of 150 minutes or 2.5 hours. So that's kind of gets an idea of your labor cost. So all this right here is your labor. Here is your metal cost. So again, gold or silver. So say we're just working in silver today, and say we've got a piece that we've used, say 8 penny weights. So we're going to put 8 penny weights in there. So you can see it calculates that. So that's $46.38 worth of silver used. And then again, the only numbers you really want to change are these green numbers. So go through there, and then here you got a stones. Say maybe you spent $15 on your stone. So here, if you got any chains or ear wires or packaging, so say maybe you got a $10 chain. So all of these numbers here, I've added 25% to that cost. So if you spent $15 on a chain, the 25% will cover your overhead, your shipping, things like that. So if you spent $15, you're going to charge $18.75 for it. And again, you can change any of these numbers that you want. So this number here, 1.25, that's the conversion rate. So that's 25% or 125%. So again, the cost of your chain, if you put $10, you're going to charge $12.50 because you're charging 25% more than what it costs. Your wires packaging, say you've got, cost you $6 to, for your packaging and stuff like that. So all of this is getting added up, and then here's miscellaneous costs for like shipping. Say you got $15 in shipping. So you enter in all of this, and it's all calculating all this down. So right now, at the very bottom, it's showing you that just raw cost is $166.38. So there's your break-even number. And then you can, so if you're wholesaling it, say you've got an account that you're making multiples of these and stuff, so you're given a little bit of a discount there because you're getting more because of the volume. So there's, and what this number is 25% higher than your cost. So you can see here, and you can change this number as well, the wholesale number, to whatever you want. Say you want to make 50%, so you put 1.50, so that's a 50% markup. So then you can see, then you would be charging $249 a piece. And then here's your retail number, which is double your cost. So your retail price would be $330. So again, this is just kind of a breakdown and gives you an idea of some of the things that you can change, but it gives you an idea of what to cost and what to charge. So, and again, this is just a free download just to kind of help people who really don't have an idea of what to charge for their piece. Kind of gives them an idea, and you don't have to use these numbers, but it just kind of gives you some guidelines so that you know that you're not overcharging or undercharging. And then you can take your piece and look at similar pieces online, and you can charge according to that. But so the spreadsheet is not the gospel, but it's something that gives newer jewelers an idea of what to charge for their pieces. And again, all of those numbers are changeable. You can change your labor charge if you want. Say you want to charge, say, $40 an hour. You change that, and you can see it changes all of the numbers as well. So you just want to make sure that you're covering yourself so that you're getting paid for the time that you spend, and you're keeping track of the time that you spent on the piece, the materials, the metals that you're using, so that you have an idea that you're not losing money or charging yourself out of the market. So again, this spreadsheet is just a way to help newer jewelers kind of get some guidelines on what to charge. So hopefully that helps a little bit, gives a little bit more clarity. And again, I changed this. This is the only thing that changed from the last video is the prices of the metals. So hopefully that helps a little bit. And anybody who's downloaded this before, this is the version that you downloaded, because right after I made that video, I made that change just because, again, a lot of people aren't buying 24 karat gold to work on and to alloy their own metal. So whatever you spend on your gold per pennyweight, you want to put there. Whatever you spend on your silver per ounce, you put there, and then it'll calculate the rest for you. So hopefully that helps and gives a little bit of clarity, and again, gives you some ideas and some guidelines on what to charge for your jewelry. Well, there you go. Hopefully that helped a little bit, give a little bit more clarity, and give you some tools that you can use just to progress in your jewelry making career. Once you start selling your jewelry, other than to your friends and family, then it gives you an idea of what to charge. So hopefully that you found some value in that. And again, I know people are going to disagree with me. That's okay. You don't have to agree with me. I'm just kind of putting information out there to be helpful. That's what this whole channel is about. You know, the whole Jewelry Monk idea is to educate people, to equip people, and to encourage people. So this is hopefully giving a little bit of education and equipping people with tools they can use, and try just to be encouraging. So again, Friday mornings we have a live stream here. We do questions and answers, so feel free to pop in. It's 8 in the morning my time, which is Mountain Standard Time, so that'd be 7 in the morning on the West Coast in the US, and 10 in the morning on the East Coast. So we just kind of hang out and just talk about things. I throw some ideas and some questions, and we recap the week. And again, go to JewelryMonk.com and subscribe there, because I also send out a weekly email, which is more along the lines of encouraging. I tell some stories and give people some attaboys and things like that. So it's just kind of to encourage people. Plus, we talk about jewelry there as well. So it's always a fun way of contacting and keeping in touch with people who like to follow jewelry making ideas. So hopefully all this helped a little bit, and if not, it's okay. We'll make another video next week. We release a video, try to every Tuesday and Thursday, and then the live stream on Friday. So hopefully we will see you soon. Make sure you subscribe here, because we're constantly putting out stuff as well. So until next time, this is Doug at the Jewelry Monk Studio. Take care.